Alright, what's up, people? I'm back again. And yes, I'm back. 2025 Tuesday After Show, episode number one. You know, the Tuesday After Show, in case you're wondering, it's like the Tuesday after the every week in NFL season, including Super Bowl Sunday and sometimes even Pro Bowl Sunday. Sometimes I usually skip Pro Bowl Sunday. I had to check my past videos, but let's talk about everything else today. One thing I'm not going to talk about the Lions. I'm sure you guys want to expound on that scene of the game they talked about the most. But I will say this much. You know, it looked like right now, personally, I think it looked like when the moment the Packers won the Micah Parsons trade. But this is me, Mr. Medical, somewhat expert with people who play sports and athletics. I've coached a lot of years of kids and some older adults too. He took an Alvin Durham shot, 99% certain. That back of his is probably going to be re-aggravated in a few more weeks. I started seeing, I'd say about week 6. Watch. Jerry Jones, I thought was a total knuckle making that move before close to the season not paying him, but I got to give him credit. You know, he lost. That was actually like a pretty good team, actually. They was like, it could be a decent team this year. And I thought it was one of the more genius moves made, for certain. Got 2 first-round picks. Hey, dude wants to get the bag back. You're bending, twisting, playing defensive end, and you're going this way and twisting that way and chasing. Yeah, you look pretty good against a team that wasn't quite well. You did all right week 1. You did good week 1, but Dawson didn't play with snaps. Allison, you have a Thursday night game turnaround. That's when we start getting these little weird down effects already. How much you gonna play game 2? That's a good question. A Thursday night game against Washington. Well, speaking of Washington, I think Washington might be one of the teams that actually go in there and beat Green Bay and Green Bay. I ain't gonna lie. On my pick sheet this week, I'm still kind of debating that whole thing already. I'm already looking at that game and like, I'm just like, I don't know who I'm going to pick or what. Well, enough of that. I'm going to get on some other stuff here. The Jet Steelers. We got former quarterbacks meet their former teams. And we got a rookie head coach debut. And it looked like, it's starting to look like, and this is my thought on that, and I'll get that in a second. Well, the Steelers won, by the hair of their chinny chin chin somehow. They got out that game they weren't supposed to, but that happened. You've been around some years and win, and a winning record like a track like Mike Tomlin. You're just going to get out of stuff now you're not supposed to. And I'm starting to find it's hard to win that first game as a head coach in the NFL. Henceforth, we're going back here. A couple other things we'll talk about. Chargers and Chiefs. Kansas City looked like they had some issues, like they didn't quite have it all together. Hatred or nothing. Well, more like from my end, I do have a friend that's a huge Kansas City fan. He's not one of my favorite. He's not. Kansas City's not my absolute favorite team, and they got to play Detroit this year. But Kansas City looked they discombobulated a little bit, just a little bit. I'm just saying. Charlie look a lot better. Like they're actually like Jim Harbaugh coach team. Gee, do we miss him at U of M bad right now? Well, that's another. I digress. That'll be about week 3 or week 4 for the college football blog coming up. Probably might be coming up after this weekend or Sunday. But yeah, Charlie look good. Nice to go to Brazil, huh? Have some nice warm weather. That's one of those trips you need to save for like a cold weather team that had to play in December. Like Miami played Buffalo, and maybe the second game be in Brazil instead of Buffalo in December doing all the snow and cold. They should say that for those type of games. I'm not saying they're wrong how they schedule it. I'm just saying me just looking at things, My other thoughts on some other stuff is, of course, the opener, Dallas, Philadelphia, kind of picking back a little bit. How do you explain this to me? Y'all won, so you're not going to get Tobin blasted. But how do you go spit on the team? You're the starting defensive tackle. How you get in a spitting match with the starting quarterback before the first snap of the game? You got to know. Rule 1, and I don't know what it is, and I admit officials, y'all need to do better at this. You got to catch the first guy causing the problem more of. And the first guy coming in, you got to know that the second guy coming in, you got to know that the second guy almost always get caught. It just almost never ever fails. Even though they said Prescott did spit on whatever else, but the second guy is always going to be the one to get in trouble. We've seen this happen in sports, everything else since I've been playing. Now, I referee some too before. I would probably catch the first guy, and I may not even get the second guy in trouble. That's just me. But I'm a rare breed, okay? I'm just saying. Got you caught up. Just doesn't. But you can't go spin on the guy, man. You can't be going blowing your head cool off. I know we had a lot of division rival games this weekend. I'm probably not gonna cover all this stuff this week, but things that get my personal out there sometimes to get these games. It's like the college in-state rival game, or your college conference big rival game, quote unquote Michigan Ohio State. Things get a little chippy early in the game, but that was totally out of control there by Mr. Carter. I'm surprised I haven't heard nothing about him receiving some type of suspension. I guess you're not going to spin a guy with spit in the extra game or so. But I'm certain that rematch, I forgot when it is, the Dallas Cowboys Philadelphia rematch in their division game, second time this season, I'm sure it'll be worth listening to or watching if I catch it on TV, depending on what my schedule looks like. And one more thing I'm going to say this much. Chicago, Minnesota last night. And I'm gonna go on record and say this, so you won't even do often. I actually doubted the U of M guy for one. I think McCarthy be ready to come and play that first game against Chicago. He ain't played in a year. Tree watched film, Tree worked out and practiced and studied. But doggone it, I gotta give him props. He showed me something. He showed up and he came back and won. Which leaves Caleb Williams to soon be 0-2 at the end of this week. Hint, hint. But I don't have to go there much further. It says for itself. But doggone, at some point, you got to figure out that I got to give Caleb credit. And Ben Johnson, you got a lot of work to do with that kid. He ain't there yet. And it's going to be at least week 3 for you win your first game. Well, I know you got to think of this kind of an odd NFL time to be around, do the sit down, break down statistics on that. This is week 1. It ain't time for all that yet. If your team lost and you're considered a playoff contender, don't panic. If your team won and you consider them supposed to be bottom feeders, you can come all the way up to become Super Bowl champ. It ain't time to get that hyped up yet. See what the boys do this week. Last season's going to be 1-1, 0-2, and 2-0. And that's how we got to play it out. So all you people who think you're a Super Bowl team, contending team that laid an egg or made it play up their par and they're 0-1, don't panic. It's too early. You got plenty of season left. Your team that's 1-0 that you thought, we coming up. We gonna be a playoff team. We might win our division. Calm down. We got a lot of way to go. That's my message to your fan bases out there. I'm done. I've been on here quite a few minutes already. I had a little more rant this week. Maybe next week I'll throw some more stats out there. I'm a numbers guy, but it's too early this season. Let me get about week 4 we start crunching numbers and rankings and PFF and all that good stuff. But I enjoy this. It's fun. But I'm going to say adieu, goodbye. And so let's start that Thursday night, week 2.